Tired of just surviving with your IBS symptoms and ready to take back your life for good? Watch this video to learn how to bust your IBS and become a powerhouse IBS conqueror. For the most helpful information you'll find about IBS online, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video every Friday. If you're sick of taking 2 steps forward, 8 steps back with your IBS, by the end of this video, you'll learn how to get on the permanent path to recovery, 1 foot in front of the other, sure and steady. I'm Wendy Leung, holistic health and happiness coach, licensed acupuncturist, and powerhouse IBS conqueror. And it took me a really long time to figure out my IBS alone. Now I teach my clients how to go from IBS struggle to IBS free, and I'm here to share with you too. So you're struggling with your IBS symptoms. They follow you around every day, all day, and you feel like you've tried everything. You've gone to the doctor, you've seen specialists, you've done all the diagnostic tests, and everything comes back clear. You've tried all sorts of different diets, FODMAP, food elimination, even not eating. You've tried supplements, probiotics, home remedies. You've scoured online for IBS help and you've read all the articles you can find. You've tried ignoring it and pushing through and just hoping that it'll go away on its own. But everything that you've tried hasn't fixed your problem. IBS is still ruining your life and you're worried that you're going to be stuck with it forever. Does this story sound like you? Let me know by dropping a yes or a no in the comments below. If you've been watching my channel, then you've heard me say a million times that IBS is not a forever thing. In the episode called Is IBS Curable?, I explained that even though Western medicine says that there's no cure for IBS, it doesn't mean that you can't recover and live a healthy IBS-free life. I was personally diagnosed with IBS and GERD when I was in university, but I've been free and clear for 15 years now, and if I can get better, so can you. My recovery was messy and confusing and full of trial and error. But years later, after I became an Eastern medicine practitioner, I realized that IBS isn't the giant mystery that everyone thinks it is, and with the right help, no one has to struggle with it forever. All you need is a step-by-step system that teaches you the right actions and the right changes to make in order to get rid of your IBS for good. Today's episode is special because I'm going to walk you through the exact system I developed and I use with my IBS coaching clients to get them from IBS struggle to IBS free so that you can feel inspired to get better too. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The first step to getting your IBS under control is understanding your symptoms. Like, really understanding them. I know that you've been living with your symptoms every day and you probably feel like you already know them, but if you haven't gotten better yet, it means that there are still some insights that you haven't discovered and there's some things that you're definitely still missing. Everyone's IBS is different, so in order to know how to get you better, you need to understand your personal IBS story and your personal health story, backwards and forwards. One of the things that I help my clients do is to find clues in places that they didn't even know to look. I help them dig up all the nitty-gritty details about their gut symptoms, their always and their sometimes symptoms, and the symptoms that they don't even know are related to their IBS at all. Because this first step is so important and so crucial for your success, I created a 14-day symptom deep dive challenge to teach you how to find those answers for yourself. Follow the link in the description box below to sign up and get started right now. The second step to getting your IBS under control is understanding your diet and nutrition. Because most of your IBS symptoms happen in your gut, it's easy to assume that the key to solving your problems is in food and diet. You might think that if you could only figure out which foods to eat and which to avoid, your IBS will go away. And yes, diet and nutrition are very important, but there's a but there somewhere, and I'm going to talk about that later. From a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, or TCM for short, your digestive system is weak. So in order to fix your gut, you need to do 2 things. The first is to figure out your personal food triggers so you don't make your IBS and your gut worse. And the second is to eat the right foods that'll fuel your body and also help heal your gut. You can avoid your food triggers all you want, but if all you're eating is crackers and drinking water, then you're never gonna have the right nutrients to be able to repair your gut. Remember earlier when I said there was a but? Here it is. How many of you guys have tried changing up your diet, tracking your food, cutting out your food, and you still get IBS flare-ups? That's because something else is missing. The third step to getting your IBS under control is stress management. IBS isn't just a digestive issue. From a TCM perspective, IBS is a combination of two things: an already weak gut and mental emotional stress. Stress shows up in different ways for different people. Your weak gut is an easy target, so whenever your stress flares up, it bullies your gut and you get worse IBS symptoms. That's why you can never completely heal your IBS without getting your stress and your anxiety levels under control. Whether you've always been a stressed or an anxious type person, or you're only stressed because of your IBS, or you don't feel stress in your brain, but your body's holding on to it, you need to learn better ways to manage your stress so that it doesn't wreak havoc on your gut. The fourth step to getting your IBS under control is healthy living, aka physical resilience. The reason why IBS is such an annoying chronic condition is because sometimes, even when you think it's gone, it'll come in and flare up all over again. You know how if you get an injury like a sprained ankle, you're more likely to get injured the same way later? Think of your IBS as an injury to your gut. In order to make sure that your IBS doesn't happen again in the future, you need to stay strong and healthy. Healthy living isn't just about exercise and eating the right foods. It's also about getting good sleep, good work habits, regular self-care. So all of these things are an important part of the IBS journey to ultimate health. The fifth step to getting your IBS under control is mindset, aka mental emotional resilience. Mindset is extremely important for healing chronic illness because sometimes you've been struggling for so long that you can't remember feeling healthy, so you start identifying with your IBS and you have a hard time seeing your life without it. By breaking your old thought patterns and strengthening your mindset, you can prevent yourself from falling back into your old ways and triggering your IBS symptoms again. Mindset is sometimes one of the hardest things to change, which is why it's so important to have somebody supporting you through the process so that you don't sabotage your own healing. And that's why I keep saying time and time and time again that IBS is not a forever thing, because I want you to hear it until you believe it so that you can see it for yourself. So to recap, the 5-step system to go from IBS struggle to IBS free is: number 1, understand your symptoms. Number 2, diet and nutrition. Number 3, stress management. Number 4, healthy living, aka physical resilience. And number 5, healthy mindset, aka mental emotional resilience. So now I've shared my 5-step system for full IBS recovery. These are the steps that I teach my clients to help them get better for good. Now, you could try and gather all this information for yourself. Do all the research for all the different categories. You could take free classes, do freebie downloads, free apps, read articles, read recipes, and those could work. But how long is it actually going to take you to gather all of that data, test out all the different theories, trial and error your way to getting better? That's essentially what I did when I tried to recover by myself, and trust me, it took forever. Thankfully, you have a better solution right in front of you. If you really don't want to waste your time anymore and you're ready to just get better right now, join my Conquer IBS Reignite Your Life mentorship program, because all the information you need is inside this program, and I'll work with you to end your IBS story over the next 6 months. The link is in the description box below. Okay, now if you know that you want to get better, but your mindset isn't quite there yet, sign up for my IBS Symptom Deep Dive Challenge so that you can at least take step 1 now. Following through on just one action step will help you shift your brain into success mindset, and it'll get you on the path to achieving your final goal. The link is in the description box below. If you like this video, let me know by liking it below, drop a comment with the word helpful. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was, your biggest aha moment, and make sure that you're sharing this with your fellow IBS conquerors, because I want you all to know that IBS is not a forever thing, and I want to help you guys beat this together, and we can all beat this in 2019. I've got so many things to share with you about IBS, about health and wellness, so make sure that you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be getting those notifications every Friday when a new video is posted.